Bezos, chief executive for nearly 30 years of Amazon.com, never heard of it, is stepping down.
Well, first public company to lose $1 trillion in market value. The company's market cap of $878 million.
Buckle up, viewers! The retail sector is on the brink of collapse, and Amazon's CEO has just issued a chilling warning. In this eye-opening video, we dive into the shocking revelations that could forever reshape how we shop. Get ready for a retail revolution like never before. The retail sector is undergoing significant challenges, and Amazon, one of the world's largest retailers, is reportedly giving up on its brick-and-mortar operations. Andy Jassy, the CEO of Amazon, has expressed concerns about the dramatic shift in the industry and the problems faced by the company, which are causing distress among its competitors. These challenges could potentially lead to a wave of bankruptcies similar to 2017. In response to the current situation, several large American brands have started taking extreme measures to protect their businesses, anticipating a perfect storm that could have devastating consequences. The market conditions have worsened in recent weeks, with stocks of large companies experiencing sharp declines, adding to the uncertainty in the American economy. Amazon's annual letter to shareholders highlights the headwinds faced by its service division, a crucial part of the company generating approximately $62 million in revenue each year. Amazon is implementing cost-cutting measures to prioritize profitability amid an economic downturn and re-evaluating struggling businesses, including its brick-and-mortar operations. Reports indicate that Amazon is now abandoning most of its brick-and-mortar businesses after years of attempting to expand its physical presence nationwide and globally. Building a nationwide network of physical stores presents numerous challenges for brands, including high costs, slow growth, and intense competition. Despite Amazon's significant size and market share, its physical stores have always been financially vulnerable. The combination of a recession induced by the COVID-19 pandemic and an inflation-induced recession has further exacerbated the company's financial vulnerabilities. Additionally, Amazon is closing all its remaining physical bookstores, gadgets, and electronic stores, not just in the United States, but globally, including 68 locations in the UK. Although Amazon's online sales continue to grow, its brick-and-mortar portfolio has experienced a decline in sales growth over the past 3 years, with lower sales in 2022 compared to previous years. Consequently, the company is following the trend of other retailers in closing stores to focus on digital sales. The lack of success with physical stores is unsurprising, as Amazon's locations fail to attract consumers and provide a unique experience that would encourage repeat visits. As a result, many communities are left with empty or indefinitely closed Amazon stores, particularly the fresh stores. Local officials and landlords are uncertain whether these stores will ever open, and the development of new fresh stores seems to have halted since late 2022. Analysts believe it is cheaper for Amazon to keep stores in place but not operate them rather than completely abandoning them. While these closures might provide some short-term financial benefits for Amazon, the losses incurred will have long-term implications for the company. The fragmented nature of Amazon's grocery business has made it difficult for the company to establish a strong foothold in the market. In comparison, Walmart, Costco, and Target have well-established grocery operations deeply ingrained in consumer habits. Their lower prices and wider consumer base allow them to generate sales consistently, even during challenging times. In contrast, Amazon's grocery stores have struggled to compete, leading to their closure. In addition to its grocery business, Amazon is closing its remaining physical bookstores, gadgets, and electronics stores. This closure is not limited to the United States. It also extends to 68 locations in the UK. While Amazon continues to experience growth in its online sales, its brick-and-mortar portfolio has witnessed a decline in sales growth over the past 3 years. The lack of success with its physical stores is not entirely surprising. Amazon's locations have failed to attract consumers and provide a unique experience that would encourage repeat visits. Unlike competitors offering an immersive and engaging shopping experience, Amazon's stores have struggled to differentiate themselves. This lack of appeal has resulted in low footfall and sales, making it difficult for Amazon to justify the continuation of its physical stores. Consequently, many communities are left with empty or indefinitely closed Amazon stores, particularly the fresh stores. The uncertainty surrounding the fate of these stores has left local officials and landlords in the dark. The development of new fresh stores seems to have halted since late 2022, leaving these projects in limbo. Analysts speculate that Amazon may find it more cost-effective to keep the stores in place, even if they are not operational, rather than completely abandoning them. The retail industry faces significant challenges as changing consumer habits and economic factors impact major retailers like Amazon, Kroger, Target, Macy's, and Walmart. These companies are grappling with declining sales, tighter borrowing conditions, rising everyday expenses, and the need to adapt to tougher economic landscape. The situation is further exacerbated by the looming threat of a recession, which has prompted these retailers to implement strategies such as closing locations, laying off staff, cutting costs, and focusing on essential items to drive sales. Amazon, known for its dominant online presence, is also facing difficulties with its physical stores. Shutting down these stores could result in additional expenses for lease withdrawal fees and severance payments to employees. These costs could be detrimental to the company, especially when trying to save money. Retail executives have been using the term rolling recession to describe the current situation, with many expecting flat to declining sales throughout the fiscal year. Tighter borrowing conditions and rising expenses affect consumers' spending ability and willingness. As a result, retailers are witnessing a shift in spending patterns, particularly among low-income shoppers who are cautious about their purchases. To counteract these challenges, retailers like Target, Macy's, and Walmart are adjusting their inventory mixes and offering discounts to entice customers. However, this strategy often comes at the cost of lower profitability. Walmart's CFO has acknowledged that product mix shifts have negatively impacted their margins. The cumulative effect of historically high inflation, rising interest rates, and reduced access to credit are taking a toll on consumers' spending abilities. Retailers such as Target, Kohl's, Macy's, and Best Buy have already expressed expectations of declining sales and are planning prudently and conservatively in response. The challenging economic environment is causing concern among investors. Retail executives forecast soft outlooks, expecting sales declines and profit crunches throughout the year. The pessimistic sentiment sets a tone for a muted year in retail. Adding to the industry's woes, data shows an uptick in bankruptcies, with the largest increase since the start of the retail apocalypse in 2017. The combination of tighter credit conditions, rising interest rates, and economic difficulties are pushing struggling companies towards seeking court protection. Highly leveraged companies face high borrowing costs, and operational expenses are rising due to transportation bottlenecks, supply chain issues, geopolitical crises, and record jumps in interest rates. The current situation suggests that even well-established retailers are at risk. The industry is likely to witness a closure of beloved stores and the demise of familiar brands. The retail crisis will force companies to reconsider their entire operations, leading to a vastly different retail landscape in the future. As the retail sector collapses and uncertainty looms, the future of our favourite stores hangs in the balance. Join us in our next video as we uncover the dire warning from Amazon's CEO and explore the unravelling retail landscape. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay informed on the latest developments. The retail revolution awaits.